Hi, it's Amy from Amy's Mix of Creativity. I have some more collage and ephemera books for the fall, and this one's for about weather. So, we had a really bad storm here over this past weekend, so that made me remember I had this book that I wanted to share. And in the last video I also did another book that was fall ephemera, actually two other collage books. One was for ATCs mainly, so artist trading cards, and this the other one was mainly just a cutout and collage book for like junk journaling and all kinds of stuff like that, card making, anything you want, right? So let's get into this. So this one is from Purple Pixel Studio. I just love the picture on the front, so I was like intrigued. I got it from Amazon. You can search for it on there. I don't put on links because I'm not affiliated with any companies, and I want people to know that and understand that. So, just make sure you can, if you're looking up junk journal, collage books, that you look for Purple Pixel Studio if this is the one you actually like. There's a whole bunch of them out there for fall. So here's some really cute little, look at that bunny, oh my goodness. And the bears, I just think these, some of these designs are just so sweet, okay? So this was one of the reasons I picked out this, and they're small enough for ATC cards, which I don't really do myself, but I know a lot of people are interested in that. Some of them are a little bit larger, obviously, but hey, do what you can do. You could cut them a little smaller if you need to. Such beautiful, beautiful colors. And on this page, there's always usually something that you don't mind cutting into, which I don't mind cutting into that. But every page is different, so then, this is actually really pretty. So, yeah, but I guess if I have some leftovers on the other page, I could use this. So make sure you, use up all the different parts of your books. No scraps left behind, right? So here you go. Oh, some pumpkin pie. I guess that's what no, apple pie. Sorry, of course. Here's a scarecrow. Very cute. And then, some of the art's a little different, a little like caricature-like, a little bit cartoonish or animated, which is, some people that might be like really cool. They might love that, and they might like the more, like that looks more realistic looks. That's really cool looking. Yeah, I personally, I'm not really into this realistic like pictures, like photographs. I like things a little more like well, I don't know if it's called animated, but you know what I'm saying, like something that's a little more whimsical. But each to their own, we all have different tastes. Now that might be a little too whimsical. Oh, look at these pigs with their sunglasses on. Oh my goodness. All right, so just some things I want to go over. Someone asked me why I'm not doing more like, creating with these books and everything. It's because right now I'm having trouble with my arthritis in my hands mainly. I have some other health issues. I'm anemic because I bleed a lot internally, and they don't know why, but I'm getting that hopefully figured out soon. Wow, look at those pictures. Really pretty. I love the colors over here too. So yeah, so it's a little harder for me to be crafting right now, so this kind of thing is something I'm doing for a little bit, trying to, get back to loving my craft supplies and, and building up some ephemera that, I would really like, that I'm gonna love using, because sometimes it's hard for me to get going if there's just nothing I'm really that into. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. Oh, look how cute the kittens are. So yeah, so a book like this is just, you jumpstart yourself too, to get you back into the mode if you haven't been able to craft lately. Change the seasons, often makes it harder for people keep going or doing things. You know, we all, I think, feel it a little bit when where I live, we change the clocks back, which makes it harder to, like, the days get so much shorter. Oh my god, my cute little bear. I guess he has a hoodie on under his jean jacket. And here's a little one with overalls. I really love bears too, and I might, you know what, I might get my bear book and like do just a video of the teddy bear book that I have, that I found, because it's all teddy bears. Some of them are great for the fall and for like Halloween, so maybe I'll do one of those just for a special video. Here's butterflies on the side. You can cut out easily. Again, obviously these are all cutouts. Look at that. I love the colors there. They're not stickers. They are, you do have to fussy cut them or have some kind of machine that would cut them for you, or use die cuts, or even hole punchers. If you have like a hole punch that you could, like, make like a round circle here if you wanted to do that. Some of the, designs are small, perfect for like a circle design. So, think outside of the box when you're looking at books like this too. I know fussy cutting can be really hard, but you don't have to fussy cut around every single detail of a design. You could, just cut like a square or a circle, or oval or whatever shape. They're for junk journaling and art journaling mainly, crafting. You'd be making cards, making focal points. They're not, these shouldn't be like used in, detailed, like really, really strict ways that you have to go into every little tiny detail. I don't want anybody to have to do that. That's like torture. Okay, so, oh my goodness, look at the kitten. I love the kitten. So yeah, so that's the end of that book. They give you some more leaves. Oh wow, then they give you the colorful ones. That's cool. Glad about that. Although I kind of like some of the other pages that we went through a little better. But here, at least you get that option in this book, and you also get some white pages to help with crafting. So that's cool. So yeah, so that's the Fall Ephemera book from Purple Pixel Studio. You can find that on Amazon. Here's another one I found on Amazon that I just thought was kind of cool. Might not appeal to some people because of the weather, actually, but I think it's not just like rainy bad weather. It's really cool. If you want to read this, just take a pause and you'll be able to read that. But they're saying ideas for using this book include scrapbooking, collage, decoupage, junk journals, card making, and crafts. Oh, cool. Now, right away, I didn't like the first page when I opened it up because it was dark. But it gets different. But I don't like this background at all, and I don't like that the background's all around these pictures, because then it will be a little bit harder for me to cut them out with my brother Scan and Cut, but they're very easy to cut out the rectangles, so I shouldn't worry too much about that. Again, this is just for cutting out wow, that's a little scary. Okay, some of the stuff in here is not the best, but hey, you got a really cool rainbow. Here are some drawings, illustrations. That's what I was thinking of before in the other book, like animation and illustrations. Things that are more like drawn as opposed to looking like a photograph. Here's a really cool beach scene but it is stormy. We had a pretty bad storm here the other night. My house was shaking. My house shakes quite a bit because we're up on a foundation that, it's a ranch style home. It's pretty long, but it's it's just not as stable as it probably could be because we're up on a hill. so on the side of a hill. So when the wind blew, I felt the whole house shake, and it was creepy. But hey, we're still here. So I'm thank my lucky stars for that. Here's some really pretty pictures. I like these a lot. The colors are just really popping off that page. Oh, here's some dogs for dog lovers. Oh, look at that tree. I love that. I love the way trees look with the sun shining behind them. I love patterns, so that's what draws me into something like that. I think that's what a lot of people who do crafting and paper crafting especially, they like patterns. You know, that's, my son's getting his degree in computer science, and he really, he's very artistic, and he really likes patterns, and he enjoys like programming because of the way that, you know, he puts things together. He was here this past weekend. It was so much fun to have him home, and we went and visited all kinds of friends and family, and we had a blast. We had a lot of fun. We got to do all kinds of stuff. So I had to take a day or two off. He actually left yesterday, so I just tried to rest mostly today. But yeah, these are really cool. Some cool like photographic pictures too. Look at that spider web. That's cool. So in this channel, I really want to give people a variety of things to look at. That's awesome. So, and one of the things is I do like doing nature photography, so this book also appealed to me. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. So that's one of the reasons I like to show it. But I am going to show some more technique stuff, and I actually found some ways to use up some of these pictures and all my scrap paper, all my pattern paper, and I'm just going to start doing some crafting soon for a class I'm going to be taking, the class that I'm going to be teaching, excuse me, at a community school, and a craft fair that I'm hopefully going to participate in. So got a lot to do, and hopefully I can share with you some of the things that I have planned for that. Those projects, those things I'm doing. It's pretty. That distracted me. I love the colors of those flowers. So yeah, so this was a really cool book with a mixture of, like, you know, photographs. That's kind of like, looks like a photograph that they then illustrated, you know, digital art. And I don't know if I said who that was from. I don't know that that it shows on the front, but her name is Letitia Ralph. So a lot of times people will, you know, put together their own digital collections, and then they can actually, you know, publish them themselves especially on Amazon. Like, you can send in your digital papers, and then they will make it into a book for you and help you sell it on there. So I found that out recently, and then I found Mary Small Art, which I think is just incredibly great digital collections that she has brought together, and so I haven't really found anything as nice as hers. So check those out. I have a lot of views on my videos of her collections, the fall and summer and spring, and I'm going to be showing some of the Christmas ones before she comes out with her new Christmas collection, which will be hopefully very soon. But I want to show you some things that I like that you can get right now. Hopefully I'll be posting those videos quite soon. Got a lot happening this week, but hey, every week there's a lot happening, it seems. So, but yeah, I'll see you soon, and please subscribe if you like my videos. I appreciate it so much. I want to keep doing this, and hopefully, you know, be back to doing some techniques and more like that as soon as possible. So thanks for subscribing. I got to 200 subscribers. I'm so excited. I'm over that now, and I just want to keep building up my my membership of subscribers, because I just love that I'm sharing these really cool things with, you know, really cool paper crafting things with a whole bunch of people. So let people know about my channel. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Bye.